Well, first things first, let's talk about two new signings since we spoke on Saturday. And Josh Barrett has literally joined the club today. So tell me what you've signed from Reading.
Yeah, Josh has come in today, which we're really happy with. I think Josh offers different attributes than what we've got in the squad. He's a very talented player. He's done exceptionally well in their under-23s at Reading and has had opportunities in the first team and has probably suffered from a high turnover of managers there. You know, he's had opportunities and then the manager's changed and he's back out. So it's great for us because I think we've signed a really, really talented player. He had a strong desire to come here as well, which was important. And I think it's an opportunity for him to really kickstart his career and help us push on.
Is he an attacking midfielder? Is that the best way to describe him?
Yeah, he's an attacking midfield player, can also play wide off the left. As I said, just offers attributes that we probably don't have in the squad at the moment. So gives us different options now, buys into what we're trying to do here. And he's really hungry and lots of desire to prove himself, which is, I like that in a player. You know, I like someone with that point to prove. And I think he can make a big difference for us.
And tell me about Jayden, who you signed on loan from Derby yesterday. What kind of winger have you signed there?
Jayden's an exciting talent, and again he's done very well coming through the Derby Academy, and I've seen him play a few times over the last 18 months, and I think over that period he's grown and developed. You know, there's a lot of good work that has gone on there with him, but he's quick, he can go past people, he gives us a ball carrier. You know, he'd be an exciting one to watch, and again he wanted to come here. You know, he was desperate to join and help us with the push until the end of the season, which again was important. So we're delighted to have them both here, and hopefully they can help us in an attacking sense by also buying into our work ethic and what we're all about without the ball.
And given his age, is he someone that you consider straight away as a first team player? Will he be thrown straight into the deep end? Yeah,
Jayden's coming in as a first team player. You know, they will both be involved in the game tomorrow night. So that, you know, they will come straight into the squad. So we're looking forward to getting them involved as quickly as possible. And I say they offer different attributes to what we've got within the squad. So, you know, we want a balance within the squad. We want strength and we want depth, and those two certainly add to that.
Having made two signings, we're greedy for more now. How many more signings do you anticipate making either in the next week or certainly before the end of January?
Yeah, we'll see. You know, we'll assess that as we go along. You know, there may be one or two going out as well because we need to, you know, manage the budget and make sure that we're ticking all the boxes in that respect. So there's still players I would like to bring in if possible. We're still looking to strengthen one or two areas, but only if they're the right deals and only if they're the right players.
I know you haven't had a lot of time to speak individually with the players, but do you have in your mind maybe one or two players whose future might be elsewhere?
Possibly. You know, there's probably a conversation or two to have over the next week or so. You know, it just depends on it being right for everyone. You know, sometimes it's right for the player as well, and I need to have honest conversations with people in terms of who features in my plans going forward and who perhaps doesn't. So I will have honest conversations with players in that respect because players want to play. You know, so if they're not going to get that opportunity here, it's only right that we try and help them find somewhere where they will. And
in terms of the budget, do we need to be blunt? Might you need to actually balance the books now, having made two recruits?
Yeah, we need to balance things off. You know, we've also got regulations and financial fair play, etc., that we need to hit. So we're all on the same page with that. You know, I'm speaking regularly with Martin Starnes and Tommy Widrington. So we're all on the same page in terms of what we're trying to do. We've just got to be a little bit clever with how we do it.
I gather Gavin Riley's now back training with you. Have you made a decision on whether you intend utilising him at all?
Not as yet. So Gavin trained today for the first time, and I met him this morning and had a conversation with him. So that will be one to assess over the coming days and decide whether Gavin stays with us or whether he possibly goes back out. Not the difficulty with the situation with that one is if he plays for us even one appearance, he then can't go back out on loan because it's two clubs in the same season. So we need to be fair to Gavin and make the right decision in terms of if we're committing to him staying here, he's part of the plans. If not, then the opportunity for him to go and play elsewhere.
I smiled to myself on Sunday when the team was announced because you kind of had two new signings in Tariq and Tom on the bench. Let's start with Tariq, who's had dreadful injury problems, but when on the pitch, he's really impressed me at Rovers. Where are we at with his fitness now?
Just a case of building him up now. You know, it was great to have them both involved. They've trained again today, which is good. You know, and I've known Tariq since he was a young player at Charlton. He used to play against my Crystal Palace teams, and you know, he's a wonderful talent. Gives us different options in terms of he's versatile. You know, he can play fullback, he can play wing back. I think he could even play inside the pitch, higher up. So he gives us good options in those areas. We just now need to work with Tariq to build his fitness levels and make him robust enough to handle League One football, you know, week in, week out, and that will be a little bit patient with that. We need to make sure that we're building him up without risking him breaking down.
And where are we at with Tom? I'm assuming you can afford to be patient because the players playing at centre-back have performed so well for you.
Yeah, Tom had a really good start to the season, so he's chomping at the bit to get back. And again, the type of injury that it was, we just need to be careful how we build him back up. It's not worth me taking a risk and throwing someone straight in for a game when they're not ready and breaking down and setting them back. And I want to do the right thing for their careers as well. We want them for us, and we want them to be important for the team. But I also have a duty of care to the player to make sure that we're doing the right thing by them.
And does the same apply to Abu Agogo? You mentioned he had maybe health issues on Saturday. Where are we at with him?
Yeah, that's just going to be a week by week assessment really with Abs at the moment. So we're looking at different things to help him and giving him support and speaking with Abs about that. So it's just a case of looking at that on a weekly basis and hoping that we get to the bottom of it and we can get him back into the fold.
And any other team news you can share? Ollie Clark, for example, how's he getting on?
Ollie's doing well. Ollie's progressing well. He's he's up and running. He's not a million miles away. We just again need to be careful because of the type of injury it was in the hamstring that we don't push it too early and cause a setback. So we want him back as soon as we can, but we need to make sure that we're doing that carefully. And as I say, not setting him back and facing a longer spell on the sidelines. And
is it safe to say maybe by full time tomorrow we'll have an update on Atsi Yakola and the results of his scans, or do you already have a time frame on his injury?
That will be tonight. He goes for a scan and an appointment tonight. So once we get the results of that scan and the assessment of the damage within the joint, then we'll know more in terms of a time frame with that one.
Well, never a dull moment. 7 minutes, and we've only talked about some injuries so far and transfers. Let's talk about your next game, Stevenage.
Yes.
I was looking at their form. It's not great, is it? But in this competition, they've done quite well. They won at Colchester, for example. What test will they provide tomorrow?
I think they'll provide a test. You look at their squad, and there's a lot of experience in there. There's people that have played in higher divisions and done well within the game. So and they've got a big squad as well. There's a lot of depth to their squad. So there's different attributes within their squad, different ways they can play. So we're not taking them lightly. We're preparing properly for the game, but we're optimistic we can get the result and get through to the next round.
Yeah, how do you do team selection? Because you are only 3 games away from Wembley, but the games are coming thick and fast. Might you have to rotate your squad?
Yeah, possibly a little bit. It's a competition we still want to do well in. As you say, you're 3 games away from Wembley, and we want to do well in every competition. So, regardless of what team I do pick, it's a team that I think can go and win the game, and I want to go and win the game. So, we whatever team we put out, whatever team we choose for each competition, it's a team to go out and win the game.
And where you've obviously coached at higher league clubs. Where do you stand just on the EFL Trophy in general? It's a competition that's allowing higher clubs to field younger sides. Where do you stand on the competition?
I see it from both sides because I've seen it from the other side of the fence, working at Premier League level, and the benefits for younger players that are featured in the competition. So, but I also understand clubs in League One and League Two, and it perhaps doesn't fit them as well, and they don't get that benefit from it. So I see both sides of that. I think there's arguments for each case, but I think as you get to this stage of the competition now and Wembley starts getting closer, then it becomes a really good competition because everyone sees that prize and the opportunity of a wonderful day at Wembley and a chance to win some silverware. So it's a good competition. There's like I say, there's arguments for and against in terms of the Premier League teams having their under 21 teams, I think it's termed as, in the competition. But it's a good competition and one that we're keen to do well in.
And finally, did you watch the FA Cup draw last night? I know you've got the small matter of getting past Coventry first, but what was your reaction to either yourselves or Coventry getting Birmingham in the next round?
Yeah, I was travelling back down when the draw took place, so I didn't see it live. But as you say, Coventry first. Our focus is on that. Everything I saw last night was basically, it's Coventry Birmingham in the next round. So we're still there. We've still got the replay. We're very much fighting in the competition. So if we do manage to progress, I think Birmingham at home is a great draw. I think it's a good game against a good Championship club, but it's also an opportunity to progress. So the focus is on Coventry, but should we succeed, I think Birmingham is a very good game.
Thank you.
No problem.